Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the session. Thanks for joining. Yeah. So before getting into the class details, are there anyone who joined newly today?
Yes, sir. Today only I have joined.
Okay. Any others?
I'm here, sir.
Yeah. Have you guys gone through the previous recordings?
Your first video I have watched, sir. First demo video last week.
Okay. And what about others?
Yes, Karthik, what?
Yeah. Okay. So guys, I'll just quickly go through what we have discussed in the demo classes. So these demo classes started on 22nd. We just completed three classes: 22nd, 23rd, 24th. And 22nd, we discussed about the course content only. And 23rd, we started with a need for data. Why do we need the collection framework? And then 24th, we started looking at the array list. And there's a fourth demo class. So in the interest of you guys, I'll just show you where you can find the previous demo classes. Just go to our YouTube channel and then go to the Ashok IT channel. Just type Ashok IT. You can go to the Ashok IT channel. And if you go to the live section, see, these are the four. See, data structures and algorithm 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth one is going on. So these are the three classes, the previous classes. Whoever is not have joined, just look at it. But I'll just go through the high level. So in the first class, we discussed about the data structures. So this I have divided into two parts. First one is collections and second one is data structures. In collections, we look at all the collections, internal implementation of collection, writing a custom array list, custom linked list, vector, stack, everything. See, whatever you are able to see on my screen. Okay. I'm not going into the all the details because again, it becomes a repetitive of the session. So how to write a linked list, how to delete, how to print, what is a stack, how to work all the operations with a stack, what is a queue, double-ended queue, blocking queue, priority queue, linked blocking queue, array blocking queue, trees, tree set, tree map. So this is a course content for collections. And after that, once the collections are completed, we'll get started with the advanced data structures. In that, we look at what is time complexity, what is space complexity, bubble sort, insertion sort, selection sort, merge sort, quick sort, heap sort, graphs, dynamic programming, matrix, and some operations on the matrix, and then pattern printing. These are the various patterns. I mean, there are so many, but I just have written this one. And there are so many fundamental programmatic questions like linear search, binary search, square root, whatever I am showing you. Compared to linked list, merging to linked list, cycle detection, open closed bracket problem, print leaves of a binary search tree, height of a tree, depth of a tree, level order traversal, vertical, left view, right view, etc. So this is the entire course content. I'm just showing you this for the people who haven't joined in the previous classes or who joined for the first time today. Okay, the fee for this course is entire fee is 10,000. You will get a recordings of 1 year. And coming to the duration, only collections till this part, till the tree set tree map, only collections will take around 30 to 35 days. And the fee is 3,000. And after the collections, data structures will start. This will take 2 months. If you want to join only for live class, it is 5,000. But if you enroll for 10,000, you can join all these classes, and the fee, the recordings also will be provided up to 1 year. In this 1 year, you can watch any number of times. So total course timing is 3 months, and the time of the class is every day morning 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Any questions now? Anyone? Those who joined newly today.
No, sir.
Okay. Now let's get started what we have learned in the previous class. So can someone tell me what is the internal data structure of an array list?
Object array.
Yeah. So why it is an object array? Why not something like int array or double array?
Object is the parent class for the all the classes, so we can add any type of classes.
Yeah. So if you use any other, see, array list is basically this collection objects are used to group multiple objects together. If you are keeping the internal data structure of a double array, only double object you can use. But if I keep double array and if I can pass the employee object, no. So what is the best one for all? Object. Object is a parent class. So the internal data structure is object array. What happens whenever you create a constructor, whenever you create an object of array list? From line number 13, what will happen? Those who are part of previous classes, guys, I request you guys to, whenever you want to answer anything, unmute yourself, answer it, and then mute yourself after that. Okay, go ahead.
Memory got allocated. For
Okay.
five.
And then,
Constructor will be called.
okay, what will happen in the constructor?
It will create the object array, new object.
Yeah. So it will initialize the object array, correct? So we have seen something like this, right?
Yeah.
The object array name is element data, and whatever the data number that you pass, with that number it will initialize. If not, it will initialize with the default capacity, right? The same thing we have done in the custom array list. Now, what is the internal implementation of add method, or how does add method will work in the array list? How does add method of array list works? Anyone?
Yeah, the
It
add
will
method.
One
Yeah,
person,
so
please.
the myself Raja, I'm doing. So the add method in the array list will add the data to the array object array that we have created in the constructor, and based on the index. I mean, like, so the sequential index.
Okay. I mean, what happens after that? If my size is 5, then how do you write the code?
Okay. Okay, so if the size is 5, so the actual implementation inside the array list is like, so it will be, the array will be initiated with the initial capacity of 5, because we have mentioned the data externally. So if it exceeds the size, then the 50% of the size will be increased automatically. So the implementation will be like, so whenever the array size exceeds to the maximum limit, so it will automatically exceeds the size. I mean, like 50% of the initial capacity what it has.
Okay. Any other answers, anyone? Okay. Yeah, you are right, but just elaborate it. So the internal data structure is object array. Whenever we do call the add method, the data will be stored in the array. How to store the data in the array? Array name followed by the open bracket, close bracket, and then the index, correct? Array name, open bracket, close bracket, and then the index, right? So in order to store that, you have created a dynamic variable called index. You are initializing with 0. And after adding the data, you are going to the next index, correct? How do I know whether the capacity is reached or not? Index equal to the length, or index is greater than length. That means the capacity is reached. Then you will find out the capacity, new capacity, which is nothing but old capacity plus 50% of old. So which will give you the new capacity. With this new capacity, what are you going to do? You have to create a new object array, copy the data from old object array to the new object array, and re-reference the object array. So this is what the general user defined code. And how can I make it easy for the using the predefined functions? By calling the arrays.copyof, right? Does it make sense?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, now if once you understand the internal implementation, do you need to modify this code? Whatever I have written here, can you guys try writing it if you remember the concept?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that is what we are going to learn throughout the session. So you don't need to butify the code. You can remember the code, right? And what about now, whenever we try to print an object, what happens?
It will call the object class toString method.
ToString method, yeah.
But what is the output from line number 22?
It will print the package
Yeah.
name and class name.
It will print the data.
Okay. It will, because you are printing L. L is nothing but an array list object. So it will print the data present inside the array list. The reason for that is in the array list class or its parent classes, they might have overridden the toString method. And the implementation they have provided is they are iterating over the internal data structure and printing the data. If you don't override the toString method, what is the predefined implementation of an object class toString method?
Hash code.
Package name followed by class name at the rate hash code in hexadecimal format.
Yeah. Package name followed by class name at the rate hexadecimal format. And the other one, some other person is trying to say, yeah, you are also right. It is. So whenever you want, so that is the reason in your projects, whenever in any Pojo class, you might see that they will override the toString method. You might not know the implementation. Why do they override it? See, in your logic, you have written one method. You do not know what is the employee salary is coming. Someone say that employee salary is printed wrongly. So you want to print the employee salary. E dot get salary you will print. Or E directly you want to print system dot out dot println E. So then if you don't override it, your package name dot class name at the rate hexadecimal number will be printed. But if you override the toString method, then all those things will be printed. That is the reason in your projects, everyone will override the toString method. Right? So this is what we have discussed till last day, right? Does anyone has any questions?
Karthik.
Yeah.
Ganesh here. So the package the forward name, like, so when we typically print the object, right? So that at the rate that hash code, right? So it's a I mean, what is it like? It's a hash code or it's a memory?
It's a hash code. They will convert into a hexadecimal. So now, if you have a doubt, have you looked at my first class decompiler?
I mean, I just like I didn't get chance to look into them. Like,
okay.
I'll go to
So
that.
just look at it. So what did I say? Object class toString method, correct? So go to the object. So see, you can see that there is a source code of object class, right? This is not written by me. It's a predefined class. So go to toString. See, what is the get class will give you what? Class name, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, when I say class name in the sense, package in
Package.
which, so the get name will give you the class name.
Okay.
At the rate integer dot to hex string hash code. So hash code will be some number, and they are converting that into a hexadecimal number by using this method, right?
Okay.
So they have written an implementation to convert hash code into a hexadecimal number.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So this is the beauty of, so now in the first class, I have shown you what is a decompiler, how to look at, now I'm opening the object class, right? Some people might not know how to get this decompiler. If you do not have a decompiler in Eclipse, what you should do, etc. I've explained in the first class, you can look at those.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions, anyone? Okay, so now let's look at the next part. Now let's go. So we have looked at the add method. Now, if you want to get the data, what is the method that you will be using in the get array list? To get the data from the array list, what is the method that you will use?
Get method.
Yes. What does the get method takes?
Index.
Index. That means you can give something like this, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So what is the output of line number 25?
It will be 0.
Okay, one person answer is 0. Think about it. This is what your core Java skills case. See, whenever you are trying to get it, see, whenever you are trying to add it, where are you adding it? Technically speaking, where are you adding it?
Object array.
Object array, correct? Whenever you are getting, where do you get? From where do you get?
Object array.
Object array. Now, whenever you are adding, how many elements you added?
Seven elements.
Seven
Seven.
elements. And which element you are trying to get it?
16 run.
So in the array, when your size is 7, can you get the 16th element?
No.
See, let's take, see, this is element data of, element data equal to new object array of 10. Now, if I want to get the data, how do I do? Element data followed by 16. What do you get error? For example,
Yeah.
object.
Out of current.
Yeah. So what is the output of this line number 12? What is the output? Array index out of bound exception, correct?
Array
Because
index.
your size is 10, you're trying to access 16. Is it possible? No.
No.
The same thing might happen here also, right? So your array list, see, though, don't get confused with the methods. Whether it is an array list, but where exactly the data is getting stored? Array. So what are the properties that you know the array? The same properties will be applicable here. So that means if I have to write a get method implementation, what should I consider? Whatever the index I am passing, this should be within the array only, correct? Within the array length. If it is going beyond the array length, what is the error I should throw? Array index out of bound exception. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. If not, just how do you get the data from array? Array name followed by open bracket, close bracket, and the index that user is trying, correct? Now let's write. So what is the so method name is get, and what it accepts? Int variable, correct? Index to be retrieved. See, because the name I have kept something different because see here we already have one variable called index, correct? If I keep here also index, you might some people might get confused. So that is the reason I have named this variable as index to be retrieved. Okay. Now, what is the return type? You can tell me for this get method. What is the return type? Is it void?
Object.
Okay, because you are storing object, right? So you need to return object. Okay, done. Now, so now, if what should I write the condition? Index to be retrieved is greater than your index, correct? This is one way you can write. See, whenever you are adding the data, your index variable is holding, correct? Now, for example, after adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After adding 7 elements, what is your index variable will hold? Let's look at here. 7, correct? See, whenever you're adding CL dot insert 1, this will go into a 0th index. But after that, index variable will hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, correct? So that means whenever you add the data, index variable will be incremented. So now, what before directly giving you the answer, what should I check? What I see here, my array list size is 7, but user is trying to access 16. So the internal data structure size itself is 7. Can you access 16th element? No.
No.
So what should I do? So the condition I'm writing, index to be retrieved is greater than index. Then what should I throw? Throw new exception, correct? It is my data structure, right? It is my customer list. I can throw any exception, not only array index out of bound. You can create user defined exception and throw. Now throw new exception out of range, correct? But you can write any naming convention, whatever you want. I'm writing throws. Now, for example, if I am not accessing this one, I am accessing 3. L dot get of 3. Do you get exception now?
No.
So let us take here. Yeah, whoever is not speaking, please go on mute. There is a background noise. Just make sure that there's no background noise and you can unmute. Now from the custom array list, I am putting CL dot get of 2. So you tell me, can someone tell me what is the value of CL dot get of 2?
20.
0th element, first element, second element, 30, correct? Because index in the array list starts with 0, right? output should be 30. That means what is the code I should write? I should say whatever. See, now here I'm passing 2. Is 2 greater than the index? Greater than index? No, it will come. Now, how to retrieve the data from the array? For example, int a equal to, you have written the array like this: 10, 20, 30, 40. Now I want to get the a of 2. I mean, second index from the array. How do I get it? Array name followed by open bracket, close bracket, and the index number. Correct? So now similarly here, where is my data is stored? AR. Correct? And what is the index I want? This index to be retrieved. AR of this one. And can I directly add the return statement? Yes. So can I say this is my implementation? Just add throws. Yeah. Now let's look at CL dot. Now let's do system dot out dot println. Sysout CL dot get of 2. Let's run this program. See, am I getting the data? 30?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a get method implementation, right? So it is just an array name followed by the index number. But only thing you need to worry about, if the user might give you the index that is not present in your array, then you need to handle it. So that is the reason I have written this one. Now let's, the same thing is present in the get method or not. Let's look at it. So do you look at here? Get method is taking an index and returning an object, right? Now check index. See, objects dot check index comma size. They are calling one method, right? Let's go into this. What are they doing? See, they are checking the size here. Preconditions dot check index. Again, they are calling one more method. See, look at here. Throw out of bound exception, correct? See, index is greater than equal to length or index is less than 0. What are they throwing? They are throwing error. Now, if you are accessing within the limit, then element data of the this one element data is the method name, and they are passing. From this, they are, look at here, variable array name followed by the open bracket, close bracket, index. Did I do the same thing? Array name, open bracket, close bracket, index to be retrieved, right? Have you guys seen the implementation similar to a predefined data structure?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is about a get method, right? Now let's look at one more method called remove. Now, how do I remove a particular object from the array, predefined array list? How do I remove particular object from the predefined array list?
Same object name dot remove
Yeah, L dot remove method.
and particular index number.
So there are two methods, right?
Mhm.
Remove method which takes an index, remove method which takes an object, right?
Object, right.
So let's look at first index method. So index means I should give, for example, a first same condition would be there. If my size array size is I'm adding 7 elements, can I delete 10th element?
No.
No.
No. That means what should I take care in the remove method as well?
Index number.
So that means whatever the index that you are passing, this should be within the length
Range.
of array.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what does the remove method will return? The object that you are trying to remove, right? So let's look at, so in this one,
Boolean.
no, it returns the object that you are trying to remove. See, E. So there are two methods of remove method. Remove method which takes an object will return the Boolean. Remove method, see here, is it taking an object or integer? See,
It is
remove
taking an
method
integer.
which,
Yeah,
I'm returning an object. That means what it is returning? The object that you have tried to remove. Okay. So in this one, there is another method also, remove, which takes an object. See, if you are using a remove method which takes an object, that returns a Boolean, whether that element is removed or not. So first, the method that we are looking at is remove method which takes an index. We'll come to the other one later, that you guys can write on your own once I explain this one. The one who answered, I hope it is clarified, the Boolean. Now let's look at. So let's look at this array list. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, right? Let's write 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay. And the indexes are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now, if I say L dot remove of 10, what should happen? I'm passing 10 as an index, not an object. Okay. L dot remove of 10. What do you think? What do you think? Array index out of bound exception should be thrown, correct? Because your size is 7. Can you accept 10th element? No. Now, let's do array L dot remove of 2. What is the output? If I do system dot out dot println L dot remove of 2. Let's do this. L dot remove of 2. Sys out. Can someone tell me the answer?
30.
Little 30.
Yeah. Now, let's print the array list before this and after this. Let's write sys out remove method. So I'm printing the array list before removing, after removing, correct? Let's run this program. Say remove method. So can I say before deleting, this is my data structure, correct? So I have given L dot remove of 2. That means 10, 20, 30, 0, 1, 2. In the second position, 30 is there. So that means remove method has given the output as 30. That means the element that you are trying to delete. And after that, this is the data, correct? Yes or no? Now, let us look at it. So, whenever you're deleting 30, now let's try to understand what is happening inside. You are trying to delete this one. Then, in the new array list, see here, in the existing array list, at 30 is presented second position. You are deleting this one. That means, what happened? That is deleted. 40 has come into the, see, 40 was in the third position earlier, correct? That has come into the second position. That means, can I say, this is going to happen 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, so you are trying to delete second index. Is there any change to the 0th index and first index? Look at here. Before printing 10 is 10, after also 20. That means there is no change. So 10 and 20 is getting copied as it is. 10, 20, done. Now you are trying to delete second index. That means you are trying to delete 30. 30 is deleted. Then after that, what happens? 40 from the original array, which is present in third index, is coming into a second index, right? So that means, see, this third index is coming into the second, fourth is coming into third, fifth is coming into four, sixth is coming into five, and last position you hold null, correct?
Yes.
So that means what is happening? If you carefully observe, 3 is coming into 2, 4 is coming into 3, 5 is coming into 4, 6 is coming into 5. That means the elements are getting shifted to what side?
Left side.
So that means left shift operation is happening in the remove method. Now, if I have to write this code, what should I do? How can I write the code?
So again, we have to iterate the right side of the array to decrease the index of one size.
So can I say int I equal to 0, I less than AR dot length, I plus plus. Okay. Now I am trying to do L dot remove of 2. From which element you will try to do the left shift? From 0th element are you doing?
No, third element.
Third element.
So for 0th element and first element, you are, see, now let's create another object array. Okay. Object array OB equal to new object array. Okay. And the length is AR dot length I'm putting. Okay. Similar to a AR. Now, so if, what is the index here? Index to be read. I is less than index to be deleted. So I'm taking this, whatever you are passing to, that is a variable index to be deleted. For example, I equal to 0, 0 less than 2. Is it true?
Yeah.
Then what should I do? Should I do the left shift operation or copy
No,
as it is?
no, we have to go for the next round of iteration.
I mean, I'm taking a new object array, so I can copy it, right?
Okay.
Obj of I equal to AR of I, correct? I'm copying as it is. Now, I plus plus. I will become 1. 1 less than 2. Is it true? Yes. 20 is also copied. Done. Now, I becomes 2. 2 less than 2. Is it true? False. So, whenever the 2 less than 2, what you should do? You should not copy 2, correct? From the original array, you are trying to delete it. So, you don't need to copy. Can I write else part? In the else part, what you should do? Obj of I, that means see, third element in the original array is coming into the second index, correct? So that means obj of I equal to AR of I plus 1. Can I write? So I value is currently 2. So AR of 2 plus 1, 3. AR of 3, you are passing into obj of 2, correct?
Yes.
Right? Now next, I plus plus. I becomes 4. Sorry, I becomes 3. So 3 less than 2. Is it true? No. Again, it will come 3 plus 1. AR of 4, you are copying into obj of 3. Now, next, I plus plus 4. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 is getting copied into 4. Now, next, I plus plus 5 plus 1, 6. 6 is getting copied into 5. If you are iterating, you have reached the length. So, it will come out of the loop. That means, what are you doing? Can I say by writing this user-defined code, am I copying the data? Correct? Am I doing the left shift operation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does everyone understand? Let's write the code quickly. So let's write remove. What is the remove method I'm taking? Int index to be deleted. Okay. Now what is the remove method returns? Object, correct? Object. Now, so I have to do the index check, correct? It should be greater than or less. So can I call the get method internally? Get method I will pass. I'll call the get method. Get method is returning the object, correct?
Yeah.
Object obj. And I will return this object. Yeah. So I got it now. Now what I should do? I should delete this. See, as of now, I'm getting the object at that index only, correct? And I need to check whether the user is trying to access the element out of the range or not. Instead of copying the same code, I am just calling the get method internally, correct? Does everyone understand why did I write this?
Yes, yes, got it.
Others?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now let's try to remove. So in order to remove it, what did I say? I will iterate over the. Now let's create object array ob equal to new object array. Now in the new object array, what is the length? I'll keep ar dot length. Let's keep the array length only. Okay. Now if I less than index to be deleted, then what I need to do? I need to, if it is true, then copy the data as it is, correct? That means you're trying to copy the data from before the index that you are trying to delete, right? So ob of I equal to AR of I. Now, if it is else, ob of I equal to AR of I plus 1. Okay. Now, so this is the user defined code you will be writing, right? Everyone understood?
Yeah. So Karthik, one question here, sir. So this is okay. This is clear to me, but I have another thought. Like, can't we do the same operation with on a single array object? Like, instead of creating a new object
Yeah, that
array.
is what I'll
Okay.
come to that. I'll come to that. So this, see, whenever you are trying to implement, just think from a layman perspective, you will get some idea, right? Now I got this idea. Now, how can I simplify this code, right? Now, in order to simplify this, so see, if I explain like this, easily you understood it, right? Leave about the creating one more object array, it is taking more memory, that's fine. But you understood the solution. You got the solution on your own. Now, let us simplify this. How to simplify this is, there is a method called system.arrayCopy. There is a class system.arrayCopy. There is a method called system.arrayCopy. Using this method, you can do all these things in a single line of code. What does this method will do is, whatever we are doing, see, look at here. What is the index to be deleted? Maybe 2. So till 2, it is you are copying the data from, see, till second position, what are you doing? You are copying the data from old array to the new array. Okay. And from second onwards, the next element, you are trying to perform the left shift operation. So the same, whatever the user defined code that has written, so this method system.arrayCopy will do the needful. But to this system.arrayCopy, you need to pass the source. See, look at here. Source object, source position. Destination object, destination position, and then length. Now, but when do you call? That is the question. Now let's look at here. Now, see here, L.remove of 2. I am doing a shift operation. But if I am doing L.remove of 6, for example, this is, I don't want to delete the second index. I want to delete L.remove of 6. Then you tell me, do you need any shift operations?
No need.
No need. So that means, see here, you are trying to delete the last index, correct?
Yeah.
See, if you are trying to delete any element between the first index to last index, then only you do the shift operation. But if you are trying to remove the last index, do you need any shift operations? When there is no shift operations, I don't need to write this for loop, correct? So I need to identify when should I go for a shift operations. So there is one formula. Number of shift operations equal to array.length minus index to be deleted minus 1. Now, what is array.length in my example? In this example, what is array length?
7.
Okay. Now, what is the element I am trying to delete?
So, 6th element.
6th index, correct?
Yeah,
6th index, yeah. Minus 1. So 7 minus 7, it is 0, correct? That means if the formula is giving you 0, that means you don't need to do shift operations. Now let us look at L.remove of 2. I want to do second index. So what is the formula will give you? 7 minus, what is the index to be deleted? 2 minus 1. So 7 minus 3, 4. That means how many shift operations you will perform? 4. That is what? That is nothing but, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, correct?
Yeah.
That means, can I say, based on this formula, I will know how many shift operations to be performed. Agree?
Yes.
Now, let's write that here. Int number of shift operations equal to ar.length minus index to be deleted minus 1. Now, if this number of shift operations is greater than 0, then only you need to do, you have to do system.arrayCopy, correct? So why am I going for system.arrayCopy? I can see the way you can copy the code is this one. This is a user-defined code. But Java is providing you this functionality by using this system.arrayCopy method. If you look at the system.arrayCopy method, what are you doing? Source. What is the source in my, where is my data is present? What is the source object? Can you say array?
AR.
Yeah. What is the destination? I want the same thing to be in a AR, correct? Done. I don't want to create. See, first one is source object, so I passed AR. And third object is destination. Destination also I am giving AR. That means I am asking the Java, don't create a new object. Within this object itself, change it. So this method does that. Now, index to be deleted. Which index you are trying to delete?
Second index.
Yeah. So that means index to be deleted. Now, whenever trying to delete, so here, Now, so once you are deleting, sorry, let's go to this one. Third one is source position. And the fourth one is, sorry, fifth element is destination position. What is the source position? Can someone tell me? Now, if I take, see, I'm trying to delete this element. After deleting this element, can I say third element is coming into the second index? That means what is the source? 3. And what is the destination? 2. Agree?
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
How can I get source? What is the index to be deleted? 2. Can I do +1?
+1. Okay.
Yeah. So I can keep index to be deleted +1 will come into a index to be deleted. And this has to be repeated how many times? See, first I have taken index to be deleted is 2. Now source position is nothing but 2 + 1, 3 is coming into the second index. Done. That means this element is copied. Agree? Now, what I have to do? Shall I stop it here?
No,
No.
again,
How many
it has
times you will do? How many
4
times?
times.
4 times.
Yeah.
So if you look at here, the last element in this system.array copy, that last element is present length. What is the length is nothing but how many times you need to repeat this. So number of shift operations. You pass this element in the last position. So that many times it will repeat the data. Now let's see. Let's print the array before this operation. Sys out AR. Sys out. Inside remove method. Okay. I'm just trying to print the array with the shift operation before shift operation, after shift operation. Let's go to my main method and try to run. Example, let's run. cl.remove. Remove of 2. Let's give 2. Okay. Now let's debug. Instead of this one, let's debug. Okay, it is printing. See, what is the output I got? It is printing this one. So that means what should I do now?
Two-string method.
Two-string.
Can I call the toString method on the array? See, from in the remove method, I have written system.out.println of AR.
Mhm.
This is an AR is what? Object array.
Object, yes.
So where should I overwrite my this one? Can I overwrite toString method in the object class now?
Yes.
No. See, I am using an object array. That means in this class, how can I override there? It's a predefined class, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you understand what I'm
Yeah,
trying to say.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Yeah.
Bec-
So in order to, whenever you're trying to print an array, if you're trying to print an array, I'm not getting the data. I'm getting an object, right? To solve this one, we have a class called arrays, correct?
Yes.
Arrays dot, in the arrays class, there is a method called toString. So in the array class, they have overridden the toString method and you pass your array. Then this will give you the,
Okay.
so I'll do system.out.println. Instead of directly printing, use the arrays.toString. So in the arrays class, arrays is a class in Java. In this one, they have written a toString method. What is the implementation of the toString method? Look at here. See, they are giving you the open bracket, close bracket, and then they are adding the data, correct?
Yeah.
Whatever the data, see, I am taking a long array. That means they are iterating over this long array and then putting the data into a open bracket, close bracket, right? So that means that implementation is in the class called arrays. So you don't need to create separately, right? So what I'm doing, arrays.toString. Now, what is this toString method? It's a static method. So how can I access a static method? Using a class name. So that is what I'm doing. See, class name followed by method name, and I'm passing the array. Now let's run this program. See, I'm getting the data correct. Now let's do one observation. Let's debug this program. Debug as Java application. Let's remove this See, I'm coming into the remove method of, so I'm calling the get method, I'm getting the object. See, what is the object I'm trying to delete? Second. So in my array, at second position, what object is present? 30. So that means my get method should have written 30, right? Let's see. It has written 30, correct? Now, how many shift operations are there? What is the size? 7, correct? Okay. Okay, let's take, it's my custom, right? I have added some more data. Let's add, okay. Let me come back. Let me comment this code. Let's debug this program again. So I have added only 5 elements. Am I getting compilation errors? So in my array list now, I have 5 elements. Look at guys, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, let's write. Assume that you have only 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm trying to, what is array length? Number of shift operations equal to array length 5 minus L dot remove of 2. 5 minus 2 minus 1. So 5 minus 3, which is nothing but 2. That means how many shift operation? 3.
2.
So that means, yeah, 2. Sorry, my mistake. So 1 and 2, correct? Now let's see from the programming. Now if I come here, get method should return 30. See here it is giving 30. Number of shift operations equal to 2, correct? Some I got. Now, so I am printing the array. See, this is my array before calling this array dot copy of method, right?
Okay.
So see, everyone, please look at here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 is my array before doing the system dot array copy. Once you do the system, once you are trying to delete this element, what is happening? As I mentioned, left shift operation. That means 30 is not there, correct? 10 and 20 will be copied as it is. So in place of 30, what will happen? 40 will come, correct? And in place of 40, 50 will come. And 50 will remain as it is. Let's see whether is that the same thing or not. Now I am doing system dot array copy. The number of shift operations are 2 greater than 0. So I have called that method. Done. Now after that I am printing. Can I say now in the new array, do you see 30? In the new array, see, after doing the system dot array copy, I am printing the array. In the new array, do you see 30?
No, sir.
No, that means I have deleted 30. That's correct. Now, what is the extra problem you are seeing?
Double. We are
The last element, see, you are doing a shift operation. See,
Yeah.
30 is coming, 40 is coming into 30, 50 is coming into 40. But the last element is staying as it is, correct?
Yes.
Now, can I say I have to reduce, I have to make it to null, correct? Because see, this 30 is deleted and 40 has come into the 30 position, 50 has coming into the 40 position. And in this one, what you should be? It
Null.
should be null. Next time, what you need to do? Whenever you are trying to add something, that new element should come here, correct?
Yeah.
So what is the index variable currently it's holding? So how many elements you added? 5. After adding 5 elements, the index variable will hold 5, correct?
Yes.
So look at here, where is the variable? See, index a variable is holding 5. Now, but which position I should make it to null? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That means, can I say I will do the pre-decrement? So, let's do AR of minus index equal to null. Now, why am I taking only index variable? So now, once you delete this, okay, now let's make this as a null. Okay, done. Now, what is your index variable is holding? Index equal to, currently index variable is nothing but 5. Now again, after deleting, if you say L dot add 60. Where does the 60 will go? To the index number 5. So 5 means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So in this fifth position, 60 will come. So that means here, can you see there is an empty space here? So whenever you are deleting an element, can I say you have to reduce your index also?
Yes.
Because whenever you are adding a data, what are you doing? In the add method, see first AR of index of obj. In add method, you are after adding a element, are you incrementing a index? Because next time you want to add, it will go to the next index. Similarly, whenever I am trying to delete it, can I reduce the index or not? If not, can I say there will be a blank spaces like this?
Yes.
Does everyone understand? This is very
Got it.
important thing. Or shall I explain again? Guys, please feel free to answer. If you want me to explain again, I do. I am talking about this line number. Why am I writing this line number? In the remove method, I am writing like this. AR of minus minus index equal to null. Why am I doing this one? Does everyone understand?
Yeah, I got it.
Understood.
So because in the add method, you are adding a index. So here, this is my original data 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is my array list. Now I want to delete this element. See, the size of array list is currently before deleting is 5. After deleting one element, what is your size will become? 4, correct? Because I am deleting one element. So 10, 20, 40 has come into 30 position, 50 has come into 40 position. Done. Now, if I do, after adding 5 elements, my index variable will hold 5. So if I don't reduce the index, what will happen is, whenever you say L dot add of 60, according to the currently index is holding 5. So in the fifth index, 60 will be added, leaving one space between 3 and 5. So that means you are having empty indexes in between in the array list, which is not the right approach. So that is the reason you have to reduce the index. See what I'm doing in order to reduce the index, minus minus index equal to null. So this is nothing but a pre-decrement. Pre-decrement means first it will decrease the value. Currently index is 5. Minus minus index means it will become 4. And then, so in the fourth index, what you need to do? See here, 0, 1, 2, 3. See, 40 has come in. See, 40 coming into the second index. 50 has coming into this index. And here we have seen the output is storing 50. But I need to make it to null. So in the AR of 4 equal to null. So next time, index is reduced, so index will be 4. And if someone is adding the data in the fourth index, the data will come. Let's look at that. Let's debug it. See, I'm in this method. Let's stop this and then run or else. Debug as Java application. See, I'm inside the remove method. Let's clear the console. Okay. Now, number of shift operations are nothing but 2, correct? See, I'm printing the array before shifting. So this is my original array. I'm doing L dot remove of 2. So 2 is nothing but 30. Now, after doing a shift operations, what is your array? See, 10, 20, 40, 50, 50. That means shift operations happened. Like the T is removed from the array and shift operations happened. But 50 is in the same position. Now, if I do, what is my index? See, 50, what is the position of 50? 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That means AR of 4, I have to make it to null. How can I get 4? Currently, index is holding 5. Minus minus 5 is nothing but pre-decrement. That means index variable will become 4. And AR of 4, you are assigning it to null. That means this is a 2-line of code. I have made it to single line. See? Now look at here. 10, 20, 40, 50 and null. So that means this line of code is equal to like this. Index equal to index minus 1. And then AR of index equal to null. So these two lines of code I have clubbed in, and then I have written single line, and I am returning a obj. It will return this one. Now let's add. Let's after that cl dot add or insert. CL dot insert 60. Now let's see. Now let's run the program. Let's print the data structure. Let me write custom remove method. Okay, I'm printing the data structure before deleting, after deleting, after adding. See, so that means there should not be any gaps, right? Let's run the program. See, do you see the inside custom remove method? Done. First, before printing, what is the data structure? This one, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And this 50 has come from internal method, correct? Internal method in the sense from this one here. After doing the system.array copy. After that, what did I do? Minus minus index. See, 10, 20, 40, 50, 30 is removed and last index is holding null. Now, whenever I'm trying to add another 60, so it has come into this position. If I do not do like this, let's do, for example, if I am not reducing it, then what will happen is AR of 4 equal to now let's see. Now let's run the program. See, if I don't reduce it, do you see the output now? After 50, there is a null. I mean, there is an empty space, null object, and then 60 you are adding. But this should not happen, right? So that is the reason we should reduce the index and then point it. I hope you guys understand this. This is about how does the remove method works. Now let's look at in the array list, are they doing the same thing? See, first remove method. So they are checking the index. That means whether you are doing within the remove or not. See, object array, they are calling the fast remove. Inside the fast remove, are they using this one? System.array copy. Yes, see, I plus 1. I is nothing but the index to be deleted. In my position, I is nothing but index to be deleted. To I. See, ES is original array. They are also using ES is original array. This is nothing but number of shift operations. And at the end, they are doing the same thing. Right? So this is about array list remove method. So by learning this one, see, you ourselves, we were able to write the custom array list, and then we were able to understand the internal implementation of add method, get method, remove method, right? Any questions?
Sir?
Yeah.
So after removing, we are not reducing the size, right?
You are reducing the index itself, right? So
Means,
here in the add
the
method,
array size we are not reducing.
yeah, we can do that also. We can do that. See, but here you are pointing it to your index. That is also fine, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm playing here with the index variable. Yeah, you can reduce array dot length also. Yes, you are right. Any other questions? I hope you understood this, guys. So this is how we'll learn, hash map, internal implementation of hash map, internal implementation of hash set, and then linked list. So we'll write a custom linked list, custom stack, custom queue, DQ, array blocking queue, DQ, everything. Okay. So if you guys have seen this one, the Wednesday will be the last day of the demo classes. 29th will be the last day of the demo classes. If you are interested, you might have received an email like this, right? So please do the enrollment. So those who haven't received or those who joined newly, please, you can take a screenshot or you'll be receiving an email from the Ashok IT. Yeah, Harshit, hash code is nothing but whenever you're storing an object in Java or whenever you're creating an object, it will be stored in somewhere in the memory. Hash code will give you the some number of that memory. Hope you understood, Harshit. So if no question, that's all for today.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So after removing the last index will be null, right?
Mm.
So while printing, we are not means in the array list while we are printing, we are not getting the null value.
Because
So
I'm using a not null. So in the toString method, you can write not null check, not null check, right?
So we need to implement in the toString, not in the remove method.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
If you want to print null, you don't write. So, but you have seen, right, in the Java 8, we have learned string joiner, correct?
Yeah.
So I have used in the toString method, I've just used the string joiner and I'm adding the data. If it is not null, then it will add the data to the string joiner.
Okay.
Okay. Harshit, yes, pointers are there in the C. Pointers are called by reference, but Java is not called by reference. So you can understand it is similar to a pointer, but not exactly a pointer. Okay. Any more questions? If no question, that's all for today, guys. Yeah. Thank you all. Thanks for joining. Have a nice day.